At night trade jobs are some of the highest paying and easiest to get hired in for 2026, simply because fewer people know about which ones are best for them and because less people are willing to take these shifts. But if you're a night owl and like the trades, nighttime is actually where a lot of companies are most desperate and are paying the big bucks. Think jobs that run after hours when buildings are empty, roads are clear, and where work can be done faster without interruption. Another reason why you'll never hear about the jobs on my list is because most of these jobs don't get posted on job boards since companies struggle to find reliable people willing to work nights, but this creates a massive opportunity for you. Seeking out these jobs can get you hired fast. I know this because I spent 13 years in maintenance and property management where I slept next to my phone every night, running multi-million-dollar residential buildings, working with every trade imaginable. I didn't just research these jobs online. I made the emergency calls at 3 a.m. I dealt with the floods, fires, and drunk people locking themselves out. I saw who stayed busy year-round, and I saw who quietly made more money because nobody else wanted to work their shift. In this video, I'm breaking down 10 night owl trade jobs that pay extremely well, have far less competition, and are much easier to do than people expect. Here's my most important piece of advice. Pick the wrong night trade job and you'll burn out fast. Pick the right one and something like nights becomes your biggest advantage. Number one is self-driving car supervisor, paying roughly $55,000 to $85,000 a year, often higher with night premiums. Autonomous vehicle fleets don't shut down after dark. That's when a lot of live monitoring and system oversight happens. Your job is to watch vehicle behavior, respond to alerts, and step in when something doesn't look right. You're not repairing cars or doing the physical labor. You're overseeing safety and decision making. This pays well because mistakes are expensive and few people want responsibility overnight. This role works best for people who stay alert, enjoy tech-based work, and don't need constant interaction. If working on a screen drains you or high accountability makes you anxious, this won't be enjoyable. Number two is an overnight dispatcher, typically earning $45,000 to $65,000 plus, especially with bonuses. Tow companies, trucking operations, and emergency services see their heaviest demand at night. Accidents, breakdowns, and urgent calls. Dispatchers don't lift anything or even go outside. They coordinate drivers, prioritize calls, and keep everything moving when resources are limited. As a property manager, I would often get calls with no parking available. I would have to call a tow truck, get someone towed so a resident can park. I would call a dispatcher or the tow company's dispatcher who would coordinate everything. Training is usually provided and competition is low because most people don't want overnight phone-based work. This fits people who stay calm under pressure and like being the control center. If nonstop calls or fast decisions stress you out, nights and dispatch won't feel calm. Now, before I continue, this is where I explain how people like you can actually get jobs like this, especially nighttime roles, because most job seekers completely misunderstand this process. From the employer side, hiring follows three filters. First is the overall fit. Overnight roles reward people who actually want that schedule, not people forcing themselves into it. Second is the day one skills. Employers don't want to train someone from scratch at 2 a.m. They want someone who already understands scheduling, coordination, and prioritization. Third is hiring literacy, knowing how to present those skills in a way employers trust. That's why I recommend Course Careers, because I had personal success finding this 3-step process. It makes sense for night owl roles like dispatcher, logistic coordination, and operation support. For example, the Course Career Supply Chain Management course lines up perfectly with these roles. It teaches scheduling, workflows, coordinations, vendor communications, and operational problem solving, the exact skills dispatchers use every shift. Instead of just showing up to a job interview saying like I'm willing to learn, you show up already understanding how the operation works. I personally use Course Careers to transition out of the hands-on maintenance and property management into a fully remote role benefiting from the blue-collar trade boom. Instead of showing up saying I'm willing to learn, you show up already understanding how the operation works. I chose the tech sales certification, which not only taught me the skills, but it also showed me how to get hired and position myself to employers that actually made them pay attention. And if you're unsure, Course Careers has a free AI career counselor called Cora that helps you explore roles by schedule, pay, work style, and then points you to a free intro course so you can see what the day-to-day is like before even committing. All right, let's get back to the list. Job number 3 is a night shift security guard or watchman. This job exists to prevent problems, not react to crowds. Warehouses, plants, and commercial properties need someone present overnight simply to observe and document. Most nights are quiet, walking routes, checking systems, logging anything unusual. Pay usually falls between $15.50 an hour to $19 plus an hour, with higher rates at sensitive or high value sites. A previous resident of mine would watch a chicken coop at night and he got paid a lot of money. This role works well for people who prefer calm environments and like being left alone. If you need stimulation or constant interaction, this job can feel painfully slow. Job number 4 is a thermal infrared drone pilot. This role only works because it can only be done at night. Thermal imaging is far more accurate after dark when heat patterns become visible. You fly drones to inspect buildings, rooftops, and infrastructure, collecting data instead of guessing. With the proper certifications, pay often reaches $50,000 to $80,000 plus, and competition stays extremely low because most people never think to combine drones with trade work. This fits people who enjoy precision, technology, and independence. If rules, licensing, or responsibility stress you out, this isn't a casual job. Job number 5 is a snowplow operator. Snow creates urgency, and urgency drives the pay. Plowing happens overnight, so roads and lots are usable by morning. Rates range from $18 an hour all the way up to $35 an hour, and often higher during storms or emergencies. This work is intense but short-term and very well paid when demand spikes. It suits people who are flexible, weather tolerant, and comfortable working alone. If unpredictability frustrates you, this job will feel a little chaotic. Job number 6 is a night shift baker. Most commercial baking happens while the stores are closed. My first job at Panera Bread, all the bakers would come in after close and were gone by morning. You prep, bake, and stage everything so mornings run smoothly without customers hovering over you. Pay typically falls between $16 to $23 an hour, and consistency matters more than speed. This role suits people who enjoy routine, structure, and hands-on work. If repetition drains you or you need constant variety, this won't feel rewarding. Job number 7 is a night shift machine operator. Production factories don't slow down after dark, they just get quieter. Night operators run equipment with fewer supervisors, fewer meetings, and fewer distractions. Pay commonly reaches $45,000 to $65,000 plus, with overtime and shift differentials. This fits people who like structure, clear expectations, and predictable work. If you crave creativity or constant change, it might feel a little repetitive. Job number 8 is an industrial maintenance technician. This role exists to solve problems before production resumes. Overnight techs handle repairs during downtime, preventing costly shutdowns during the day. Pay reaches $60,000 to $85,000 plus because skill, trust, and speed matter. This suits people who like being relied on and solving problems independently. If pressure overwhelms you, third shift maintenance can be unforgiving. Job number 9 is an overnight warehouse worker or forklift operator for warehouses. Warehouse operations are designed around night crews. Loading and staging happen while routes are offline and stores are closed. With basic certification, pay often falls between $40,000 and $60,000 plus. Hiring moves fast because demand is constant. This works well for people looking for a job fast and who want straightforward work. If you need a mental challenge or creativity, it can feel a little limiting. Job number 10 is an overnight truck driver. Night routes exist because they're faster and more efficient. Less traffic means fewer delays and smoother schedules. Local and regional drivers can make $50,000 to $80,000 plus. This suits people who value independence and quiet time. If stretches alone drain you, night driving won't be sustainable. Well, that's the full list. Here's the pattern. Overlooked doesn't mean low paying. It means fewer people competing. Which one of these fits you best? Comment the number down below. And if you're still unsure, don't guess. Use the free AI career counselor from Course Careers and explore whatever job you want. Ask it whatever questions and then try the free intro course to see what the job is actually like. I'm not here to hype you up. I'm here to show you your options. Like and subscribe and see you in the next one.
Hey everyone, it's Blue Collar Matt. Just want to say thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe and watch the next video.